I did not ever thought that one day I will attempt to beat Act 1 using only a 2 hit point snake. It sounds quite an impossible task, but don't be fooled by its hit points. Kagha's snake, also known as Teela, is an immortal pet. Now what I mean by immortal, you'll see it soon as I start doing the major Act 1 events by only using Teela. Trust me, what you are going to see in today's video, you have never seen anything like this before and you will find it hard to believe. Before I start, let me tell you that I didn't use any mod for the snake. I'll show you everything that you need to get Teela as a permanent summon at the end of the video. I'll keep all my party members in Emerald Grove Waypoint and start my Act 1 adventure as Teela. First I wanted to go to Auntie Ethel's place. As usual, I saw Ethel with Marina's brothers. I went close but it didn't trigger any cutscene. Once I attacked Ethel, the brothers died and Ethel got disappeared. Teela got mad at Ethel at that incident and decided to kill her. A suicide mission for a 2 HP snake, right? We will see. One thing I should mention here, if you go near a fast travel waypoint as Teela, it doesn't get activated. But if you press on the waypoint, it gets activated in the fast travel waypoint list. However, once I reached the house, I couldn't open the door, so I decided to smash it. Once inside, I saw Ethel and Marina there. I started attacking Ethel and surprisingly no one reacted. I took it as an opportunity and started pressing the attack button constantly. Soon Ethel transformed into a hag, but I didn't stop. Teela's attack deals 4 damage per turn if not missed. It just looked like the hag was practicing some dance moves. After dancing like this for around 30 seconds, the hag couldn't bear it anymore. Thus she decided to die. Marina was so scared that she started to run away. I went outside but she was vanished by the time. When I returned to the house, I saw Marina as she advised to behave myself. After this threat, Teela got scared and decided to leave the place as soon as possible. But I insisted Teela to pay a visit to the hag's secret hideout. As there was nothing much to do, Teela headed for the blighted village. For some unknown reason, no one in the game reacts when you attack them using Teela. Thus, you can kill anything without a fight. When I went to the ogre's place in blighted village, I didn't expect a cutscene, but the game really arranged a cutscene for the snake. Though they had a full human body to devour, they moved their concentration to the tiny snake.
Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies.
I never knew Teela was good at talking as well. She was supposed to be terrible with -4 charisma in a deception check. Well, after that Teela tried to hide them, but this time she failed in the dialogue checks. As a result, she decided to kill them. With a few dance moves, their death was real quick. So far we know Teela can fight, even she can talk well at some points. But the real task begins when a snake is told to untie a person. I'm talking about Barker's root. The poor gnome stays spinning in the windmill for a long time. First I used the lever to stop the windmill. The goblin leader got angry and told the other gobs to run the windmill again. Teela dealt with them, which made the gnome say,
"What are you waiting for?"
Teela really did it. After landing on the ground, the gnome stood in a way like he's the boss and he doesn't know what just happened. Maybe Barkas was waiting for the snake's owner. However, after completing the major parts with Teela, I'll come back to these places to see what happens. Maybe we can see some new cutscenes, who knows. After moving a bit forward, Teela heard some weird noises coming from a barn. I knew what it was and tried to avoid this place, but the naughty snake became super excited. Since Teela has no internet connection at home, she decided to have a look. She smashed the door immediately with an expectation that they won't stop. The ogre stopped performing and came out. A big disappointment for Teela. So Teela killed the ogre. Now look at this dude, still waiting for his partner. Teela is such a savage, you know? Stopped him midway and kept him waiting forever. A pathetic punishment she chose. After some time, Teela went near a campfire. There she saw a fancy dagger and grew a desire to get it. But this time she failed the skill check and broke the dagger. First the ogre and now the dagger. She became very upset and decided to leave blighted village. After reaching Watkins Rest, Teela saw a horrific fire accident. 4 fully grown men were struggling to open a half-broken door. From secret source I came to learn they were just acting and waiting for Teela's assistance. Teela is so kind. She decided to break the door and eventually broke the door. But these people stayed overacting for a while, which made Teela sick. However, they were on a rescue mission and Teela followed them. Now see, here is a rescue mission. They can break the wooden sticks to rescue the counselor. Such a disgrace. Still, Teela gave them a hand. As usual, no credit from the lady she rescued. Doing all this stuff, Teela grew so much confidence in herself that she decided to take on a mighty red dragon. She tried, missed, and the dragon fled the area. Then Teela moved to another place where she saw a fight between gnolls and human. 2 young men were trying their best to survive the situation. Teela killed every gnolls and hyenas us one by one. Being saved, those men were very happy and showed Teela some body circles. 1 body, 2 heads and 3 legs. Did you see anything like this before? This is when Teela realized that she is not the only weird thing in the entire game. So far, to enter a place, Teela always had to break doors. But after all this, Teela saw a decent guy named Anders who came to open the door after the first knock. But wait, he came with some allegation. First, Teela tried to bribe him, but she forgot that she's just broke like me. Then she proved again that she is still good at talking, but Teela didn't like the attitude of Anders, thus she ended up killing him. Look, now nobody is hostile after killing this man, but they went hostile when I tried to break a door. A door's life is more important than a man's life. This is the world we live in. Before moving further, I have a request. Please hit the subscribe button to get more content like this. It costs you only a few seconds but fills my heart with joy and all my hard works get paid off, so please do this. Teela's next destination was the Goblin Camp. Teela has already proven her abilities in so many sectors. This time she wanted to do something unique. She decided to mix some poison in Goblin's boost tub. I was not sure if she could do this. Fortunately, it worked. Several goblins died.
Must have been no strangers.
There is no stranger but a snake, and now it is time for you to die. Now let's take out the leaders. 3 leaders and I needed only a couple of minutes to kill them. Let me show you. After killing the goblin leaders, I rescued this man from the torture rack, but he didn't like a tiny snake to save his life. That's why he didn't leave this place. Wow, a man of dignity. Before going to the owlbear cave near Emerald Grove, I saw an injured dwarf. His brother and sister were trying to save his life. I remember in my other playthroughs, if I do anything wrong, they go hostile and it triggers a fight. But this time the situation is different. Let's see what they do if I kill the dwarf. Looks like they have arranged a race where they run from one end to another. Clearly, the sister is the winner. However, after that I went to the cave and killed the owlbear mother. It was an easy kill. Well, I almost forgot about the face spider matriarch. It was quite a difficult fight in the beginning, right? But it was an easy task for the snake. Though it sometimes got disadvantage for the web, still it managed to kill the spider within a minute. I also went to the Grimforge with Teela. But for this, first I needed to take my taff to Grimforge. I used my taff to clear the rubble and came back to the Grimforge entrance. Then I sent Teela to kill Nair. Remember her? Nair throws her into the lava in all our playthroughs. I was curious if I could save her by killing Nair, but unfortunately she disappeared after I attacked Nair. After a few seconds, Nair was down and nobody cared about that. After doing all this, I dismissed Teela and used my taff to observe the outcomes. When I went to Ethel's place, Marina was mad at me.
You ruined everything!
She said I ruined everything. First of all, my taff is seeing her for the first time, and in case she blames the snake, then let me tell her. The snake saved your life. Anyway, after that I went to the ogre's place and took the precious headband from the dead ogre. Barkus Root was still waiting at the same place. I had a short conversation with him and then he left. When I came to the Null survivors, they talked in a manner like I saved them from the Nulls. In Watkins Rest, I searched for the counselor but didn't find it there. Before going to the goblin camp, I was attacked by the goblins. I should have cleared the whole area before coming. The owlbear cub started doing the disturbing thing as usual. When I reached Grimforge, all the NPCs became hostile. In a nutshell, whatever the snake did, the game treats those as done by my main characters. Now let me take you through the full tutorial to get Teela as a pet. By this time, most of you might have understood that I used glass animating spores on Teela. To get Teela's body, you'll need to kill her in the first encounter with Kagha. You need to do this before the cutscene triggers. Remember that if the cutscene triggers, you won't be able to kill Teela. I have tried many other things like invisibility or transforming into animals, but nothing worked. Once Teela is killed, take her body, get her from the fight and fast travel to a safe location. Unfortunately, this method triggers a fight between the druids and tieflings. As a result, you won't be able to save the grove. Once you have Teela's body, directly go to Underdark. Talk to Sovereign Spa and accept his quest. Now talk to Glad and recruit him into the party using a secondary party member. Now go to camp. You'll see Glad in the camp. Now kill the secondary party member who recruited Glad. Now recruit Glad again using your tab. Then leave the camp, go to a suitable place and dismiss Glut. I did all this to make Glut roam around the place. If you do not do this, Glut will stay standing at the same place. Now as he is moving, use reduce spell on him. Once done, take a strong character and use throw or improvised melee weapon option on Glut. Once he is picked up, use any fast travel weapon to teleport Glut there. Now use Glut to revive the snake as a spore servant. I would recommend you to use Teela separately for fighting, because if you are with Teela, the fight will enter turn-based mode. Teela can do nothing in turn-based mode and dies quickly. A surprising fact about Teela is she can equip weapons. Also, she can do ranged attacks. But one thing I've seen, if she equips a weapon once, she can't unequip it. Even she can't equip any other weapon after that. Her proficiency for weapons is also a big disadvantage here. If you're doubtful about XP, then let me clarify that your party members will get the full XP for killing an enemy as Teela. Did you know what would happen if you bring Marina back to her brothers? I have done some very interesting experiments about Marina and the hag in this video. You can watch it by clicking here. Visit my channel to get more Baldur's Gate 3 videos like this. Subscribe if you like. Till then, have a nice day. Goodbye.